What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. This time I would like to talk to you in this way, speaking directly to you, so you can focus mainly on my words. There's nothing here to distract you, so I can explain you a little bit further my case. Explain to you more about this situation specifically. I'll get back to you. Have you ever had a prospect that says to you something like, "Oh, I will get back to you"? Well, now what happens after that? You have to comment down below. What happens after they say, "I will get back to you"? Do you hear from them actually again? Do you hear from them a day later or something? A week later? A month later? Or they ghost on you and they just disappear? And they never get back to you actually? This is not so different from when they say to you, "I want to think about it." So how do you handle this objection? First of all, you gotta know exactly what is the truth. Are they just being polite? Or are they needing a little bit more time to make the decision actually? Or are they just politely declining and rejecting you? You have to know what is going on. So when a prospect says, "I will get back to you," here's some of the things that they say, I can say to you, I can teach you, so that you can say to handle that objection. But first of all, when they say that, I'm always very upfront. I'm always very direct. I don't like to say, "Oh yeah, okay, sure, I can send you some more information," or "When would you like to get back to me?" No, that's not what you want to say. So when I see a salesperson, when a prospect says, "Oh, I will get back to you," and the salesperson just says, "Oh, sure, should I call you? Maybe follow up with you like next week? Or can I call you back in a month to see where things are at?" No, you do not do that, because that immediately puts you at a lower status as a closer. So what should you say instead? Here's what are some of the things that you could say. For example, "Well, I'll get back to you." Well, you know what, Mr. Prospect, usually when I hear someone that says that to me, I never hear from them again. Exactly. Let's bottom like this. What would it take for you and I to do business today? You ask the prospect a very simple question, a really deep question. What would it take for you and I to do business today? Then, from there, sometimes the prospect would say, "Well, actually, what I need is, I need this information, or I need some references, or I need a plan, or I need to talk to someone. Whatever it is, I want the truth." Now, you can go focus on solving that particular problem, or handling the objection, versus is this thing up in the air that you don't know what exactly are you solving. Another thing that you could say, it could be something like this, where he says or she says, "Well, I'll get back to you." Well, you know what, Mr. Prospect, usually when I hear that, I've been doing this for a long time. When someone says that they will get back to me, I never hear from them again. I mean, you're just trying to be polite. You don't want to reject me. Isn't this the case here? Exactly what's going on? It is a term? Is it the price? Is it the money? What part of the deal you don't like? You can tell me. Assuming we're not gonna do business, let's lay everything on the table. Tell me, what don't you like about the deal? And then the prospect might say, "Well, actually, the price is a little bit overpriced, a bit too much, too high." Then let's talk about the price. What can we do? What if I can offer you some kind of payment plans? Would that make a difference? What if I give you better terms? What if I can do this? Okay, what if What if can lower the upfront fee? Would that make a difference? Oh yeah, that would make a difference. Good. Now we got a deal. So you gotta look all these things that's happening versus take whatever they say and take it literally. You have to understand this. Prospects lie. Prospects, they lie. That's one thing I have learned in closing. If they're flipping their lips, they're lying. Prospects lie all the time. They're not telling you the truth. Why? Because they want to protect themselves. They don't want to give you too much information. They're afraid that as a closer, you might use their intel against them. They don't want to be sold. They don't want to get the commission or whatever it is. So you have to know that there is a lot of resistance. You need to cut through the crap. Get rid of the smoke and of the mirror, and to get to the truth of what is going on. I remember when I had written a few of these articles, I was on a call with a client, a potential client, to hire me for consulting. I was on the phone and the prospect was saying to me, well, then it sounds like very good. Why don't I do this? I would go back to you. I will read the articles and I'll get back to you. You know that, Mr. Prospect, I wrote the book. What could you possibly get from the book? You cannot get from me in person, for me to work for you. So let's vote on this. What would it take for you now to do business today, not tomorrow? Then he says, well, you know what? Actually, nothing. Let's move forward. And boom, I close the deal. Sometimes it's just as asking a couple questions, and that's all you need to close that sale. You see, here's what I believe in. There are a lot of different sales trainers and sales gurus, and not a fucking guru, by the way, but they're like all the sales teachers. They teach you, here are 10 different ways you can handle one objection. My high ticket closer is my philosophy is the opposite. I prefer to know one way to handle 10 different objections versus 10 different ways to handle one objection. Because I don't want to be memorizing so many lines and scripts when I'm closing and I'm connecting with a prospect on the phone, for example. Versus I keep it very simple, very, very simple. In my way of handling objections are good, are effective. Why do I need so many different techniques and so many scripts? Shouldn't one way of handling objections be able to handle multiple objections? That's my philosophy. So it doesn't matter they give me objection A, objection B, objection C, D, objection E. I kinda handle it the same way. The way I would handle, I want to think about it, or I'll get back to you, is very, very similar. I might change a couple questions, a few words here and there, but it's basically the same thing. It keeps my life very, very simple. Makes my life as a closer much, much simpler. And I can close that sale with this. Now, if you want to know how I handle objections, what I call the high ticket closer way, the extra easy way, I'm doing a brand new training for the next new year. So here we have